everybody, and welcome back to my studio. I'm Joseph Finchum, you're you, and today we're finishing this, I hope. We're gonna try. Um, I say I'm gonna finish things a lot, and then I don't. So, we're gonna try that. First, a little announcement. The hole in the closet wall with the fan in it, drawing cold air from my icebox of a bedroom into my studio is a raging success. It's actually comfortable in here for once in my life. So, cool. Audio is very low. I've been having problems with stuff all day. No sound on your end at all. Okay. Okay, did that improve at all? Let me know. Okay. I don't know if you can hear me or not, so this is odd. So it's still low, but it's working? Okay, let me try. Okay, is that any better? Yep, same mic as always. When I came in here before and turned everything on, one of my cameras was showing up as a like unrecognized USB. The mic wasn't connecting. Nothing was going right. Right now I have, this is the Logitech camera which is capturing audio. So I hope that's good. Okay, yes, you fixed it. Okay, so maybe I'm gonna have to use the Logitech and debug this later because this microphone is not working the way it normally did. I didn't have the sound dampening on because the fan that, what I was saying, if you could hear me, is that the hole in the wall worked. It is cool in here, but I had to turn that off to see if that's what it was. I don't know. I don't know if that's what it was. I'm going to have to run some tests to find out why, because I can actually see it in OBS. The audio that I'm getting now is getting almost to just about the peak area, and the old audio is getting, the old mic is getting nowhere near the peak area. It's like maybe a third of the, you know, the bar. So, okay, we'll use this for today and see what happens. And I'll test it, and yep, gremlins don't like Monday. Nah, I'll leave it off for now. It shouldn't be too bad. It's comfortable in here. If it starts getting hot, maybe I'll go turn it on. Okay, so let's get into this and let's get painting. One second while I flip through a bunch of scenes. Oh, the gremlins. New computer, same problems. Okay. Hopefully you can hear me now. This mic, well, the camera mic should now be set to all the scenes. Maybe I'll remember to use the scenes. All I said was that I wanted to make these edges a little bit darker. That's it. And that I might end up getting some hard edges in here because of the way I was laying it on wet over dry, so I'm gonna kind of refill in this whole area, although I probably shouldn't. Okay, everyone can hear me? Good. We're not completely incompetent over here, maybe just a little. Okay, that's enough of that. Okay, so where are we going here today? I'm guessing I should start on the tree. So I'm going to start with a light green. And I think I have a cat that wants out of a room, of course. Never fails. Where can you see? Right here. I'm just going to mix that color up. Now I'm going to try, still a little color in there. I'm going to try and wet this, kind of this whole area. Which is going to be a pain in the butt because I made all these little nooks and crannies. But hey, you do what works, right? Just a little bit wetter. Just a little bit wetter. And then we'll see how it goes. Okay, back to that green. I'm going to water it down a bit. And the paper warped a bit last week, from last week, 2 weeks ago, sorry. My bad. This is very light, it might even be matching with the yellow. So we're going to get a little bit more pigment. We're going to try and get a little more pigment. What pigment? I don't know. Ask Angela, she knows. Just dropping the color in where I think it should go. There's some glare there, huh? Probably because the page is warped a little. Look at that. Blink, blink, blink. I had a halfway decent weekend. Thank you for asking, D. Lynn. Thank you for asking everybody. And tomorrow I may be taking a watercolor art venture. And if I do, I may even record it. But after I started planning this little art venture, a little after the stream that Angela did where she painted the lighthouse, and I'm going to go out to the Montauk Lighthouse that I mentioned in that stream and get a bunch of photos and maybe even sit there and try and paint it for a little bit. I don't know yet if that'll work, you know, depending on wind and all that other nonsense. But we'll see. Okay, get some of that light green. Hopefully this is enough. Yes, D-Lin, it'll be plein air without all the gadgetry because I don't have an easel or anything. I'm still trying to figure out how I'm going to do it. I'm probably going to end up taking one of my ampersand boards and just taping a piece of watercolor paper to that and then hoping that it doesn't get destroyed. Slightly darker green. Oh, I need a little bit more of that. This I want to kind of try and spread a little bit. I want at least 3 shades, which you can't see at all. Let me, that's a little better. But I'm just trying to get a specific look. Thin that down a bit. And I figure since, you know, I have this travel case, I'm going to bring that with me because I'm not going to bring a whole thing of acrylic paint and then wonder what colors I'll need. That would be too much nonsense. Okay, so while I have some of this green, I want to get some of these little leafy things in here. These ones way in the back though I want to be faint, So we're going to try something here. Let that sit for a second, stain the paper, and then I'm going to try and pick up the water, the liquid. See if we can do that on the other side. That's not wet enough. Let it sit for a second. Oh, there's one back here. Try and do all of them at the same time. The ones closer will be more solidly colored. The ones in the back I want to be a little bit faded. That's why I'm pulling the color out of them. Move this up a bit. Forgot where I was. I went to the wrong spot first. Try and get as much of that paint out as I can, so I know it's going to pick it up. Okay. Now with more pigment but less water, I'll do the front ones. Oh, definitely need more pigment than that. It's a little too close to me, I can't see it. Okay. That almost worked. I thought there was another one sticking out somewhere, but I guess there isn't. Okay. Back up to that. The other set of leaves. I'm not wetting it first this time. This one's a little bit further back, so I'm going to try and have the color be a little more shadowed, maybe, is the word I'm looking for, but I don't know. One of these days I'll actually bother to learn what all these terms mean. I just like to paint and draw. Okay. Dropping this in. Oh, this may be a little thick. We'll see how it reacts with the little touch-ups up here. Trying to get just a little bit more of that shadow look in there. That's better. Okay, now I need light gray. This is my mixed neutral color that I made last week. See if we can just drop some of this in here. On all these little pebbles. Darker in the back. Try and give a couple of them some little difference in look. I can't zoom in any more than that. I thought I had one, but I don't. I should have made like a top half, bottom half or something. Well, I did swatch for once. I do have swatches, so I know what every color looks like in its plain state. So at least I have that this time. See if I can just take some of that out. That blue that crept in there. It's a little bit gone. Okay, where am I going here? I need a little bit of the dark green up in here. We'll let that spread out, do its thing. And I'll go back to the gray with a little bit of green in it. I'm gonna, oh, that's way too wet for there. I'll start coloring in most of these rocks. Preferably lighter as they get closer towards the edge and the front. We're just going to let it do its thing. I'm not fighting with the watercolors this time, like I normally do. I'm letting them do their thing. Suck that up.
that dry a little bit. Maybe just see if I can get a little bit of that more distinct. Some of these little gaps in the rocks. Which will probably end up spreading. Some of them are, I should have waited. But we're just letting them do what they do. Trying to let the color itself dictate where the shadows are. Everything right in front of the bowl should be darker than the rest, so that's what I'm trying to accomplish here. Just trying to get those values right. Okay. Now, I'm not sure how I want to do this whole background thing, but I know I want it to kind of have a, you know what, let me, going to wipe off a spot so I have a place to work. And I just sucked up my neutral color by accident. Okay, that ought to do. Back to that yellow. So I know I want it to look sort of like a gold trim, but I don't know how well that's going to work. Being that this is the yellow and orange in here might kind of throw it off. But we're going to start by making it all yellow and hope for the best. that spot. Mind the warped paper. Just making it a little hard to get a nice smooth flow. I'm just going to keep, let's start, I don't know what's still wet, what's not wet. I should probably take the blow dryer to it. But like I said, I don't have the noise suppression right now, so I don't know if that'll blow your eardrums out, so I'm not going to do it. See if I can fill these in carefully. That is barely showing up for you guys, huh? I don't know, D-Lynn. I don't know where you heard that. Okay. So now, we're just going to mix in a little orange. And we're going to see. I'm going to water this down some more. Just toning that yellow down. I'm assuming my highlight is going to be up here and down here. We'll see. A little bit of red. Oh, that was the wrong red, probably. So I started over there, so now. I'm getting very sloppy. I don't know if it's working. I'm not usually a fan of the spicy stuff, but the sweet chili Doritos, they're pretty good. I know what I forgot to do. That's a little too bright. Okay, so no idea if this is working visually or not. I'm with you, George. No flaming hot. Nope, 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 nope. Who was it I saw? Was it Evan and Caitlin on YouTube? Made like flaming hot Cheetos Rice Krispie treats. Like instead of putting Rice Krispies, they put flaming. Something's wrong with people. Okay. I need a little bit more dark down in here. That might be too dark. Let me try and a little more something in these. They need some texture. Okay, now we're gonna start doing some windows. And I need like a light pink. Try this color here. It's not bad. Okay, we're going to start doing some of these windows or glass panels. Hopefully some of that yellow has dried enough that this isn't going to bleed around. And I may have been wrong. Okay. Gotta hit it with the blow dryer. Why are you caught? Okay. I will attempt to mute this for you so I don't blow your eardrums out. Okay, I hope that worked. thinned it out a bit so that hopefully it like dilutes the color a little, because I want it to have kind of that look of like old-fashioned glass. I do need to strengthen a few spots. Let's see. In here. And some of these will get different tones as they go. I'm thinking pinks and purples for the glass. Warped paper. I will attempt to unwarp it once we're through with this, but I don't think it's going to work now. I'll just deal with it. Oh boy. If you can't tell, I'm being very, for me anyway, I'm being very loosey-goosey with this. So, I forgot what I was going to say. Brain no work while arting. Angela, if you have any suggestions for a better way to transport some watercolor paper with me, let me know. And if you already let me know, just tell me to look above. Or reread the chat later. Whichever one. I'm gonna have to start working from the top down again. I don't really have an empty spot. There's only a little bit of color in that. That shouldn't change it too much. That's still a little wet over there. Oh, this is going to be tough. Oof. And I know I shouldn't be resting my hand on this. But that's the way I draw. Or paint. Especially when I'm working flat. But I do it at the easel too, so. One of these days I'll figure out how to use watercolors on a slant. That's a little bit more uncontrolled, and I don't like it. We all know about me and my control issues with watercolor. Probably not big, probably like 5 by 7 or something like that. Or whatever an arch is. What is it, 9 by 12? I don't have it out, so I can't tell you. Whatever an arch is, 9 by 12 cuts in half too. And then I'll work from there. But probably 5 by 7. Nice, good standard size. Thanks, Fly Me to the Moon. It's getting there. It's not sheer perfection, but it's working. The warped paper has given me a little bit of problems, but we're almost all the way around. Yay. Now, since I think the way I did it was to try and make my gold yellow highlight up here and down here, which this could be a little brighter, but since I did that, I'm going to make the more purpley color come through that side. We'll see how this works. So, see if this changes the color at all. nice smooth blend on that one, hopefully. I think it might need to be a little pinker. No water on this thing. No water on that brush. There we go. A little pink, more pink up here. It's all wet. Okay. Okay. Still got a good amount of time left. We're not doing too bad. Okay. Now these things up here, I don't know what I want to do with them. I was thinking red and green, but I don't want it to be too harsh, you know? maybe this will work. Let that dry a little bit. And down here, I want it to be different from the top, so maybe some blues. What do you think? These little flowery jammy jams. Let's try I'm going to do a bright yellow on these little center spots. I mocked up most of the inside of the oval, but I never actually finished the coloring it on Photoshop to see where I wanted to put what colors. So we're just going to play. I think starving. I think we in the U.S. we tend to call that like folk art. Usually, like the clay things with stuff in it or on it or mixed into it. I think that's what we tend to call it. It might be different where you are. I don't know that for a fact, though. I know I just want to try and... I don't like the way this blended. I'm just going to see if I can clean that up a bit. Get it a little bit more solid without destroying it. I'm sure I'm destroying it. Oh, look what I did. I put my hand in it. Okay, can we clean some of that up a little bit? Oh, I actually touched that too. And that. Whoops. We all make mistakes, right? See if I can pull a little of that color out. So they'll just dry a little faster, I hope. maybe I won't keep putting my fingers in them. Or my heel of my hand into them. Okay. That's not dry yet either. Let's go to the tree. The tree I want. That is not the color I thought I was mixing. Let's see what we get here, though. Yeah, no, I don't like it. For some reason, my phone's making noise, even though I usually set it to no noise. Now, back to just the brown. It's like a deep, deep brown. But I'm going to try and lighten it up a bit. That kind of made it green. I don't want green. That's not bad. Now, if I do this right, I'm basically putting in my lights and, oh, that should be orange. So I missed a spot in my orange, and nobody told me. Trying to get this color as even as possible, but it's the same orange. My painting and drawing isn't always so stylish either. For a little purple on these. I don't know if I like it or not. The color, I mean. Not the drawing. I like the drawing. Does that even look purple? Very Christmassy up there. Some of this is just a mess. Lots of little spots of bleeding. I don't know if you can see it, but I certainly can. Not sure if this is going to work. I think what I'm going to do is on the top I will reverse the color for those little background kind of areas. So like back here I'm going to do the purple and blue, and down here I'll do the green and red. This might work. A little shout out to Rob, who probably isn't here. You know, like you said, I start the stream and then look away from you guys and ignore you for most of the time. I don't mean to. It's definitely not intentional. Maybe Clark, but I don't know. Maybe on a portion of it, like on the leaves or something, I might. But for most of it, probably not. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Okay, this is a different blue, so is it this blue that I want? Less blue or more blue? That was the wrong spot. Wrong spot, wrong color, right? That is definitely still wet up there. One second. I went to say that I keep blowing my brushes over the table, but yeah, new color smudge on the desk. Okay, yeah. But then I went to say that, but then remembered that yeah, you can't hear me. That is not nearly as thick. A little bit more pigment in that. This would be a lot easier if it wasn't blurry. That's the next thing I need. Okay, so while I have this red out, I want to do this in a bright red. We're getting close. Let me start over here. Seem to be getting a little bit more sloppy. And I don't know why. Maybe it's a stroke. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. It's not a stroke. I don't mean to kid about a stroke. That was in poor taste. Okay. Make these all a little bit darker. It's the other side, very dark. This side, not so much. Should have left it alone. we're almost there. Oh, thank you, Starving. I hope you're right. You know, I'm still one of those people who's like, you know, I'm still trying to find my style. Because I don't know. I don't know what I'm good at. I don't know what I like. I like to switch things up and do different things. So sometimes that's good. Sometimes that's not so good. Let's see if I can get into some nice darker green here. Slightly darker than the darkest green yet. And I'm just gonna, that's a little too wet. Did I never hit this side with that middle green? I thought I did. Trying to get a neutral tint here. Give me a second. almost there. Will I actually say I'm going to finish something and actually finish it? That is the goal. Oh, I'm starting to ignore you guys. I know. Oh yeah. I think we all say that at some point, Angela. We should have left it alone. Or at least, you know, taken the time to let it dry. I did not mix enough of that neutral color, so I'm trying to get what I have here. Without having to try and make more of it. Okay, that's everything inside the box, right? I believe so. And I probably shouldn't do this yet. Let me, oh, I made a mess of my yellow. All these little corners. Yellow. And this might look okay, you know, on camera. I don't know, but it looks like a kid did it, in my opinion. Close up, it looks like a kid did it. Alright, can we get this tree finished? I don't know if that's dark enough. almost there. Just working on these colors. Gotta get it right. Alright, now we need to go even darker. Just a little bit darker. There it is. I think we're done. Or at least we're as close to done as I'm going to get because I don't want to turn it into mud. So, let's see. Let's see if it looks any better with, you know, a different angle. Can't get the tape off. Come on. Oh wow. Nope, that does not help at all. Let's go. There we go. Oh, that really does not do it justice. Oh, that's pretty good. The blues are getting kicked back a little bit, a little darker than they should be. But it looks pretty good. I like it. What do you guys think? Gold metallic? I could. I kind of wanted to try and fake the gold with the yellow, orange, brown combo, but I don't think it worked very well. So, I don't know. Adding metallic gold seems like it would be a lot of work. Where's my brush? I need just a little bit more of that dark brown here for this spot right in here. Okay, no, leave it alone. Okay. It would be very Asian inspired, but the only, I don't have any metallic watercolors, and I don't want to put acrylic on this or something else, and I definitely don't have any like rubbing gold, whatever, what do they call that stuff? Flake gold? Someone knows. I don't know. I will definitely share pics over on Discord and on the socials. Okay, so thank you all for joining me. Sorry I ignored you most of the time. It's what happens. The brain starts to paint and I lose track. I try my best. You can't see me. So yeah, I try my best. And I don't know. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes I have a lot to say, sometimes I have nothing to say. I'm not a very interesting person. Yeah. So, but I enjoy the community. What little of it I participate in, because I'm not a big talker. I don't have a lot to say. Thank you all for joining me. Clark, let me know what you're doing if you haven't already. Gold leaf, yes, gold leaf. That's what I was thinking of. What did I say? Gold flake? Yeah. Because I know your normal stream is on, you know, a very loud holiday this year. So maybe on tomorrow. Okay. Cool. Will do. Thank you. Yeah, so we're going to, what are we going to do? I don't know what we're doing next time. I haven't figured that out yet. I have a few ideas. Haven't really given it too much thought yet. I do have a video about the PC build coming out on Friday, and next after then I'll do a live stream again, and then next Wednesday I will have a video about the package that finally arrived. And then that following Friday, so Monday, Wednesday, Friday, in 2 weeks. Next week it'll, I don't know. Where am I going with this? No. This week, Friday, video. Next week, Monday, live stream. Wednesday, video. Friday, video. The Friday video is going to be the one that Starving Artist wants to see. So, get ready, Starving. It's coming. I kind of want to post it 2 days, you know, a couple days before Prime Day. You know, give everyone a little bit of a heads up as to what's going on. So, hopefully you'll enjoy that. I'm going to try and keep it PG though, so don't expect anything else. If I weren't on YouTube and I was talking to you in person, it would not be PG. But on YouTube, it'll be PG, PG-13, NC-17. I don't know. It'll be calm. Okay, Clark. Thank you. Okay, so I think, yep, that's it. We're done. It's already signed. I don't know if anyone could have even seen that. It was so small. Wow, that is completely washed out. Never mind. Can I put it here? It's right there, just my little initials. So it's already signed. Yeah. Hit the buttons, do the things, check out my Patreon. You can do that for free or select a tier that's good for you. I'm saying this now, but it's supposed to be in a video. The video never works, so I'm kind of trying to hedge my bets. We're going to see if it works this time. One of these days I'll figure out why it doesn't play and it quits out on me. But, okay, I'll see you next time. Bye.
Hey, what's up everybody, and thanks for watching. First off, a big thanks to my moderators, Clark Fine Art and D. Lynn Creative Arts. Links in the description, go check them out, they're great. They really help out by keeping the chat lively and in order. But don't go anywhere just yet. There are other ways you can help support my channel, like checking out my Patreon, as others have, where you can follow for free or select a tier that fits your needs. You can hop on over to my website where you have access to my original arts as well as prints, and even check out the merch store where new stuff is added now and then. If you'd like to check out more of my stuff, you can do so by checking out some videos over here, or you can subscribe by clicking the thing here. And of course, you can hit the buttons and do the things. YouTube loves it when you hit the like button, the subscribe button, ring the bell, and share it to all of your social medias. You rock, you're all awesome, and together we make great art.